Yo, I ain't into the whole gossip thing. You understand? Like, I don't really like talking about rappers and, actors and singers and stuff like that. NBA players, NFL football players, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into talking about their personal stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I really had to chime in on this one, you understand? Like, I really had to give my little 1% and let people know, how I feel about the whole thing with Dababy and Danileigh. So, let me explain something to you females out there, right? So y'all can get a real profound understanding of how men operate. Most men, not all, right? So, most men, alpha men, that is, we strive for power. We want power. You understand? And when having power, you can do all things. Having power, makes you limitless, as far as doing certain things. And in this, day and time, power is synonymous with money. So when you have money, straight up, you get, the respect, and you have the power to do whatever you want to do. So to make it relevant, so when you're dating someone that has that type of power, it could be a dude that's making six figures. It can be a rapper and actors, anyone that's making a substantial amount of money where they don't have to rely on or depend on anyone. You're gonna have a problem. Straight up. At least with alpha men. Now beta men, that's another topic. But with alpha men, when they are in control, like when they have power and they are in control of their life, 100%, and they don't have to rely on anyone for anything, it's always going to be a problem. And trust me, women, trust me when I say this, you will always be second. That man will be first. So in this case with Dababy and Danileigh, you understand, regardless of how Dababy treated Danileigh, and how I feel about it, or anyone feels about it, right? What it boils down to is Dababy is an entertainer, and women come a dime a dozen. That plain and simple. And in this day and time, you could buy just about anything, even so-called love. And that, really, men don't necessarily need women. They really don't. That the reality of it is that this is a man's world. And that if you need a piece of pussy, and listen, I'm just telling it like it is. I'm not necessarily agreeing with it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just telling it to you like it is. But in this day and time, if you need some pussy, you get you some pussy, and that's that. Who can tell Dababy what to do and what not to do? And in the case of Danileigh, she was a fool to think that she could control a man like that. She already knew the type of man that she was dealing with off the rip. Like, I'm not a female, but I've been around the block a couple of times. And I know at least this one thing, that you all know if you gonna fuck the dude that you going on a date with or not when you first meet him. Straight up. So yes, she fell for his charm and his wittiness and this and that and so forth, and his power. And then when it was time for her to go, then she started talking about some, oh, you a weak man, you're this, you're that. What was he supposed to do? Was he supposed to smack the shit out of you? No, he wanted you to leave, and you didn't want to leave, so he had to call the proper authorities. I just need you women to understand this, that when you're dealing with a man that has a certain amount of power and he doesn't need you, I don't know what to say. and he's an alpha man, your feelings gonna get hurt. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. See, what females need to realize is that, damn man, it's hard. It's like really, really hard to say this because I may upset a few females. But the reality of it is it's just the truth. Like, men don't need women. And men are just now figuring that out. Just now figuring that out. We went through all of the chivalry, opening up doors and trying to do this and do that to please you all. And it was like, one day it dawned on us, like, why the fuck I really need a female? Now, don't get me wrong. If you have a strong woman, that one that had your back when you was broke, that one that helps you, that got you to where you are right now, you need to hold on to that woman, because that is a good woman. That's a good woman. And I will say that we need good women. There's a difference. But overall, we don't need no women. For what? And it's just that reality. You know, and maybe he just wanted to bust a few nuts in her, and he made a mistake one time, and that was it. Like, yo, I love you women. For real. I love you all. I love you all, and this is the reason I love you so much, to the point where I'm telling you the truth. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Like a lot of dudes, including myself, you know what I'm saying, only wanted to fuck. And that's it. That's the reason why we sweated you, and we did this and we did that. We went through all of the loopholes in order to get that pussy. And that was it. That was it. Nothing more, nothing less. And I'm just gonna be real with you. Charlotte dudes I don't want to talk but so much, you know what I'm saying? But Charlotte dudes is on some level, some next level shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they on some shit like I'm on. They not gonna sit there and lie. I don't think Dababy lied to her. I don't think that Dababy tricked and deceived her. Yeah, he did. He was being himself when because I seen the pictures and all that stuff, you know, they hugging each other and they kissing each other and they taking pictures together with the little baby and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's the type of person to fake any of that shit. I think that at one point in time he was digging her. But now the time is up. And she did some shit that pissed him off. And you can't do that when a man has the power to say leave. Bye. Straight up. Let me tell you something, man. The reason why it's a lot of men out here, a lot of boys, they may be men in age, and they may appear to look like they're men, but they're boys in the inside. The reason why these boys are getting kicked out of their girlfriends' houses and they ain't got no money and they sleeping on everybody else's couch is because they didn't have a father that was there. You understand? They didn't have a father figure that was in their house when they was growing up. Straight up. I'm teaching my son the right way. You know what I'm saying? And teaching him the right way is telling him that he needs to be independent, he needs to have his own shit, and that you don't ever move in with a female. That female can move in with you, but you don't ever move in with a female. And make sure that you have some side money on it, you know, some side money that if y'all come together, I don't give a fuck whether your girlfriend or boyfriend are married or whatever have you. Make sure you have some side money in a separate account, you know what I'm saying? Or like in a safe or some shit like that she don't know about, just in case some shit happen, you got that money to go to. But don't you ever depend on a female, because a female will turn on you. And I'm teaching my children, I'm teaching my daughters the same thing. That don't you depend on a man. That a man can turn on you as well. And this is a case of that. That Dababy felt as though, hey, listen, I don't want you around anymore. You know, you inadequate. I don't need you. So you gotta go. I couldn't see that happening to my daughters. That's all a part of raising your daughters. That's all a part of being, that's the reason why, and this is the reason why I'm making this video. Because I don't gossip. You understand? I'm gonna make this make sense. I'm gonna turn this gossip shit of Dababy and Danileigh into a thing where you can get something out of this. But this is why it's imperative that men stay at home and teach their children the right way. Because I couldn't see my daughter getting kicked out of the house with a newborn at 3 in the morning. And if she did, and she called me, I would tell her, yeah, come on over, but didn't I raise your ass right? And didn't I tell you, didn't I tell you to look out for those type of dudes? Period. You know, it gets to the point where, yo, seriously, I truly believe in my mind, right? I don't care what anybody else believes, right? I truly believe in my mind that women are definitely smarter than men. So you mean to tell me, with Danileigh, her emotions overcame her intelligence? Like, she already knew that this dude wasn't what she expected him to be. You don't, if you're in the industry, this is one rule that industry dudes and chicks need to abide by. If you're in the industry, don't date someone else that's in the industry. Look how it's turned out. Bobby and Whitney, Sweetie, or whatever her name is, and the dude from Migos, and the list goes on. Shit, fucking Cardi B and the dude from Migos. She keep on forgiving him for his infidelity. He's gonna continue fucking other chicks. And this is what bothers me about women. You want this high 6-figure dude. You want this dude, this guy that makes money. He's an entertainer. He makes big time money. And you expect for him not to cheat on you? You expect for him to come home every damn night. This man is in a powerful position where he can have any female on the fucking planet. But you think and you truly believe that you got the fattest ass, the juiciest pussy, the biggest titties, and he gonna stick around for you. You can't even fucking cook. You can't even fucking clean. If you were a good, wholesome woman, that'd be something different. Like, it's just a whole big ass mix up. And, you know, people are just talking about it and talking about it as if this regular shit doesn't happen on a regular basis. Happens all the time. I mean, what makes Dababy and Danileigh any different from any other motherfucker? That's all I want to know. Shit, I've known a numerous of motherfucking dudes have gotten kicked out. Chicks has gotten kicked out too. Shit, nigga don't want you, yeah, you gotta go. You best believe the next day he gonna have another fucking damn bed. And it's just all part of life. And this is the reason why I don't fuck around with chicks that are just stupid like that. You know, but from what it appeared, what I was looking at, you know what I'm saying? You know, they were uptown, so she could have easily just caught an Uber to Omni Hotel. The Westin is like right up the street. I mean, really, if she couldn't even get an Uber or nothing like that, she could have just wrapped the baby up and just walked to the Westin or walked to the Omni. Like, that's walking distance. Or the Marriott. It's a couple of hotels all in that area. You know, but hey, listen, man, it's none of my business. This is just a learning tool. You know what I'm saying? For the women just as well as the men. You need to pick. You know what I'm saying? You need to pick your women right. You need to pick your men right. You know, and you got to look at picking your women and your man as fruit. If it's right, you pluck it and you eat it. But if it ain't good, you know what I'm saying? Like bananas, you know. Now we're catching on to bananas. Like, you have to eat the banana. When it's ripe, it got black spots all over it, right? But when it's not, it's just straight yellow. And if the stem is green, that means that it's GMO. So you got to stay away from them GMO women and those GMO men. And you get that right one, that one ripe, right. Hear the phonetics? Ripe, right. That right one. One that's going to cook and clean, and one that's going to take care of your children. I'm talking about men as well as females. That's the one that's going to be there for you. That's going to be a help, not a hindrance. You look for that strong black woman, that strong black man. Or in the case of anyone, for that strong man of any race, for that strong man or for that strong woman. Other than that, come on, man. You see what it's what you see is what you get. Period. I don't think Dababy had to tell her any fucking thing. Look at his videos. Look at his interviews. You think that this man is serious about fucking with one chick? He's in his late 20s. Are you out of your mind? I was in my late 20s. I was fucking just to be getting numbers. Period. He's not concerned about how many children he having with these females. It's obvious. He just want to get a nut. And it just so happened that you fell in love with a dude that just wanted to bust a nut. That plain and simple. Hey. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, definitely share this video. Peace.